welcome to the next episode of the Deicide Wars. Picking up from where we left off, introducing Bryce, our DM, who's going to take it from here. Whoops, wrong thing.
No worries. So it's been a couple of weeks since we played, so we'll do a quick rehash and you guys can ask any questions to remind yourselves where you're up to in case I miss anything you guys feel pertinent. But last time on the Deicide War, your party spent most of the day recovering in town after your battle with the Slard, and you found out the Gith Yankee fighters who had launched a raid on Briar Bay. So the next day in town, you did some shopping, bought some new gear and sold some of your old gear. You conducted some surgery to remove slard eggs on a number of different people that were infected the evening before, becoming quite expert at removing said eggs. You answered a request from the Shining Legion squad who was posted up just outside of town, who wanted to find out more about the Briar Bay attack. As you were heading back to Geode's dad's place for the evening, Geode's old friend, what was their name? I believe it was Jack Sparrow, was waiting for you at the front and told you that her other friend, Alejandro, had run off to join the Exodus organization. Definitely not a cult. And asked if you guys could try to talk some sense into him and bring him back to town. So you rested up that evening. Geode received a shiny new toy from his dad, on the way out of town, and you set off. Later into the evening, as you're moving down the road with your newly made ox train carts, you're attacked out of the setting sun by a number of flying griffin who waylaid you in an attempt to eat some of your livestock. And unfortunately, Ariana, one of the followers of Idrach, fell in the battle, being clawed and torn in half by these beasts before you could chase them off and then barbecue them as they fled. So you moved off to the side of the road to conduct your burial ritual, or funerary ritual, and then set up the dome, and we're getting ready to settle down for the evening. Do we have any other questions, anything you guys want to confirm before we continue on?
Not that I can think of.
What time of the night is it? Just so I know.
The sun's just set.
Can I cast light on my shield so I can see shit?
You sure can.
Thank you.
We should be in the dome, so it's gently lit inside.
Oh, are we still inside the dome?
Yeah.
Oh, so shouldn't I be able to see?
Light inside, that's right. I'll put a little bit of light inside then.
Okay.
1 second.
Cool. Thank you.
Let's just pop. It's gently lit in there. Let's just pop this down.
Oh, really? That's all I can see?
That's right, I'm making it slightly bigger.
I'm
using fireflies.
Cast light on yourself anyway.
Oh, hang on.
Hey?
Just cast light on yourself. The last 8 hours.
I was like, why
There we
can
go,
I
you can
see
see.
so well?
It's a
can
nice
see.
gentle light there.
It's a mood lighting.
So Geode's pretty much packed the animals ready for night, and he's going to take watch on top of the cart and rest there.
No worries. 1 second. Try. Is there light inside of the dome?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it's just
gently lit.
inside the dome.
Okay, cool. I have seen.
Oh, do you want to...
Command the interior to be dimly lit or dark. Beautiful. No worries. So as the sun gets lower and lower and darkness rolls over the plains, let's go. Elspeth. Just roll
Yes.
a straight d20.
Oh, shit, where's my dice? Oh, here, sorry. Hold on. I thought I had them with me. D20.
Yep, no modifiers or anything, just d20.
7.
7? No dramas. And Geode, if you're essentially just keeping your ears out as you're sleeping throughout the night, I'll get you to roll a perception check at disadvantage.
5.
No worries. So you spend the night fairly comfortably asleep on the wagons, and the sun wakes you up the next morning, shining coming up over the mountains in the distance, arousing you to awakeness. And you have a quick look around, and all your animals seem to still be there. Nothing seems to have bumped you guys throughout the night. The morning does, however, greet you with just a light drizzle of rain, almost that mist, almost not even rain, and a gentle breeze coming off the mountains. And after a couple of minutes of sunlight, even that dim sunlight over the horizon is blotted out by the overcast sky, the clouds pushing over the top of it. So, what would you all like to do? Continue on your way?
Yep.
Yeah.
No worries. Drag you back to the world map.
Pack it all up.
Let's drag everyone down here. Should be able to see that. Alright, so you break your camp, hitch up the wagons and the oxen, and with a final glance towards the resting place of Ariana, you continue on your journey. Making your way down south. About half an hour later, you come to the turn off to the Aasimar track. What are we doing? Beep, 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 beep. Let's go to that. So the northern road that you guys... Hello, little person.
No, Emmy can't play with it. Sorry, let me...
Goki's coming in stealing dice. The shiny clicky clackies. So the northern road that you guys have been travelling down on, it's well made. It used to be very, very well maintained. It was completed years ago by dwarven engineers. It's been holding up well to the neglect of these post-war times. The Aasimar track, on the other hand, not holding up so well. It wasn't quite as well put together and engineered as the northern road. And as you turn off, heading to the west now, the track is still workable. You can get your cart along it, but occasionally there's muddy portions where the stones have sunk into holes. You can see divots from previous carts. I see boggy patches as horses and looks like goats are being herded down the track. And it's definitely turning into a little bit harder going. So Azzoth, sitting up the front of the cart, I'll get you to make a driving check.
Driving check.
What stat would you like to use? Tell me on whatever stat you think would be the right one that you would use to
For driving.
keep these animals going. Yep. You have proficiency in vehicles, so you can add proficiency bonus to it, whatever it is.
Okay. I suppose it'd just be intelligence. Yes.
You want to make intelligence? You can if you can sell me on a stat, you tell me whether you want to use your muscle to keep these oxen going where you want, or dexterity be a bit more of a finer touch. You can sell me on one of your stats that you want to use.
Dexterous. He'd be using strength though. So if I could do strength, that'd be good.
Yep, no worries. So make your strength check with your proficiency bonus on top to try to keep these headstrong oxen from drifting off the path, to keep pushing them through some of those boggier patches.
Can
Strength plus
Geode...
proficiency.
What was that, Scope?
Okay.
Was there any trees or anything on the way, like to get some branches for the biggest holes and just sort of cover them for the wheels to make it smoother?
Yeah, so you're making your way along. There's not a lot of trees, but every so often you ride past a decent-sized tree or collection of trees. There's a couple of long destroyed farmhouses, occasionally on the left and the right of the track.
Even like if I
I'll
can
say
get an
there's enough
old
branches that you can break some branches or wood off the trees.
branches
or
or planks from
wreckage.
old houses or a door or just something, and then I'll throw it in the cart every time, and then when a big one comes, I'll just chuck it over.
No worries. So one of the old destroyed farmhouses has, amongst the rubble, you pull out a couple of decent-sized girders that used to be the roof. Looks like they've held up fairly well in the weather, and you stick them in the back of the cart to use if you get bogged and help gets through some of the muddier patches.
Yep.
But with a 13, you manage to keep the oxen moving. It's getting tougher throughout the day as they're just becoming a bit more stubborn as they go. But before long, as you guys are moving, even though the wagon's covered over, you're all starting to just get damp from that constant cloying, soggy rain. Geode, riding alongside on your horse, you're very quickly just soaked through. And not being used to sitting on horseback all day, I get you to roll a Constitution saving throw. See how your butt's holding up. See how badly chafing you'll get.
16.
16?
Yep.
No dramas. So luckily you got a pretty tough hide. You're going to be rather sore by the end of the day of riding until you get used to it, but your butt's holding in there and you're not chafing horrifically.
Rock solid.
Amongst all the rain and the almost mist coming to sight, just 100 meters or so ahead of you and to the north of the track to your right. It's just before midday, and you can see a small copse of trees. As you get closer to it, you can make out what looks to be the rubble of a long-ruined farmhouse, and behind that is a decent-sized patch of trees. And in amongst those trees, you can see a large camp made of tents. Those tents are surrounded by a rough palisade wall made out of 6-foot-tall logs dug into the ground.
So,
With decent-sized gaps between, but it'll at least slow down anyone trying to get into the camp.
where are we in association with the map at the moment? Have we moved? Just that square now?
Yeah, that square now, which is where was marked somewhere in that vicinity
Okay.
where you were told the Esme camp was.
Okay. Cool.
So you probably think this is the camp?
Fair assumption that this is the camp that you guys were looking for. See, as you come up closer to it and slow down, you can see through the occasional trees and the palisade wall a collection of smaller tents surrounding a large shade tree in the middle of the clearing, with a larger single tent sitting aside from the rest. Would you guys like to approach, or what would you like to do?
I'll go up in front with the horse. So I'm looking for my mate, isn't it?
Yeah, Alejandro.
Yeah. All right. So I'll ride up ahead. Probably disembark as I get close, and then sort of walk my horse closer to someone.
Drag you on. What's everyone else doing? Hanging back or approaching? Also, you finished a long rest, so heal your characters up as a dragging back in. As dragging front in, you guys can decide if you're approaching or hanging back.
Is there any sort of trees around, like any other cover, or is it just open fields where we are?
Yeah, there's enough decent-sized trees that you could try to hide behind some of those trees if you wanted to.
Yeah, try to hide the carriages.
Holy
there.
crap! What am I doing?
Yeah, so in amongst the ruined
Minus.
farmhouse.
I'm trying to get my thing. It just wasn't working. All right, now just +2. All right, I'm good.
Everyone else is healed up. Spells all back. Yeah. So if you want, you could probably best place to hide your car would probably be in amongst the ruined farmhouse, which is just to the south of this map that we're currently on.
Yeah,
Essentially, you've gone just around the farmhouse to get up to this camp here.
Yeah, so I'll park it probably behind the farmhouse, so it's out of sight of the palisades, and start walking up behind Geode, I guess.
No worries. So as you approach the entranceway to this campsite, you can see a singular human-sized figure with a simple brown cloak and a sturdy-looking quarterstaff. And he's just leaning against one of those trees. Looks like most of the foliage is being cut off a bit, but he's trying to at least keep in what little cover it does provide. And he just seems to be looking out. And as you guys, as Geode starts to approach, he just stands up and walks forward into the middle of the path.
Alright, yeah, so I'll get off the horse and just take the reins, and I'll be like, "Hello, my fine friend. I'm looking for a mate of mine that has supposedly come to your camp."
Good morning, travellers. Well, welcome. All friends are welcome in our camp. Who is it you're looking for? Are you coming to join us?
No, not join. I'm just looking for a friend. I need to speak with him.
I'm sorry to hear that you haven't been enlightened yet, but if you want to come inside, Michael is actually addressing the congregation. It might be just in time for you to listen in on him and maybe pick up some of his wisdom. Please don't interrupt him though, but feel free. All are welcome in the camp of Exodus. Please let yourselves in. All are welcome here.
I'm
Welcome home.
just gonna shrug and just walk on in with my horse beside me.
I'll enter the camp.
Just gives you all a glance up and down and a polite nod as you all walk through with a gentle smile on his face and just a nod of greeting to all of you.
Cool.
And
Just
as
to be
you
sure, he doesn't know where Alejandro is.
I haven't asked actually specific names yet
Didn't
to
ask.
him.
No, just that everyone's welcome.
Is Alejandro here?
Alejandro, yes, I believe he is still here actually. He just got back a while ago.
Where could we find
He
him?
should be up with the congregation. And he indicates over to the northeast, to the other side of the camp. And looking across there, you can see gathered outside of a large tent, a group of 15 humanoids of all shapes and sizes, all in brown cloaks with those same rudimentary looking but sturdy wooden quarterstaffs. As you're approaching, you can see a figure addressing them. It's another road figure in simple brown cloaks, but this one has a brown fur cloak hanging from his shoulders as well. And as you get closer up and look over the heads of the crowd, you think he's standing on something, looking down on everyone. Firstly, but Geode, getting that close, you can now see that he's actually just floating, hovering 6 feet up in the air, looking down upon his congregation.
So he's levitating.
He's levitating up in the air somehow.
Okay.
And as you get closer, you overhear him. He goes, "A joyous day. These remains will begin their journey to the gates of Utopia. The path is dangerous, but you have proven yourselves strong of will. Your illusory bodies will suffer, but through that suffering your minds will ascend. You shall no longer wander lost through this purgatory. Now, bid farewell to this fake world and your fellow remains.
Me, can I just butt in there?
As you say that,
I step
pretty much
forward.
all of the congregation turns around, glaring at you for this rude interruption,
Do you want to move your token?
and takes a step towards you, brandishing your staff. Yeah, put yourself where you are. Can you control yourself?
I should be able to. So I'm subtle casting Eagle Splendor before I do this.
No worries.
I will step into the middle of the congregation.
They do not let you approach that closely. They muscle their shoulders in, and they don't let you get that close to him.
We stood there.
Yep.
And I sort of say to them, "You're making a terrible mistake. Your soul cannot transition from this place. If you think about it logically, you know it to be true."
And the floating figure turns and looks interestingly down at you. He goes, "We have new visitors. Isn't this lovely? You have something to say to the congregation. You have some sort of enlightenment that you believe. Many have incorrect knowledge about this world. But please, all are welcome to express their views. All are welcome in this camp. You believe that you understand the aspects of the souls. What leads you to this knowledge?
I'm going to manifest my wings.
No worries. So these skeletal wings burst out of your back. What's the range that people need to make saving throws?
I think 30 feet. Let me just double check.
Diameter? I mean, circle?
Are we within your range?
Yeah, I can't exclude anybody. I'm terrified.
Yeah. I assume, Esme, are you going up with them as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to say in this point, I've cast prestidigitation on myself, and I'm now nice and dry.
Nice.
No worries. Yeah. If you're standing underneath the shade of this tree here, it's drier. It's still soggy, but it's keeping most of the rain off, which is why you gather a lot of the congregation are staying underneath the shade.
No, it's only within 10 feet. It's a 10-foot radius.
Alright, what save is
Alright.
it?
Charisma save.
Oh shit.
No worries.
And that includes Geode as well, isn't it?
That includes Geode. That includes everybody that's close to me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
3.
Say 1, 2.
Yeah,
three.
you're frightened of me.
Okay. Well,
For
it's
the
the
next
first time
minute.
I've also seen your wings, isn't it? Technically, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to roll.
Only if you're within 10 feet of me. So I think it's only Geode.
Few of them that are
So
close.
I have to run, is it?
No, you're just frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
So you see a couple of them dart back, moving. The ones closest to you moving closer into the figure up the front. But others seem to then move forward towards you. Geode, you can see the one at the front here. You recognise as your childhood friend, Alejandro.
Okay.
But those ones there I'll mark down as frightened.
The goddess of death has fallen. She is dead. If you die now, your soul cannot transition from this place. There is no one to take you across the bridge of souls.
With that, Michael just starts laughing, just quite high-pitched. Oh, I'm sorry you are so confused about this world. I understand it happens to all of us. But you have to know that this world is not even real. We are not souls waiting to move from our death, but we are already dead. The only way that that these souls can be shepherded to the true utopia that they deserve to belong to is through my guidance and through the gateway that I have discovered.
Make a persuasion check against the group.
Yep. And he's going to make his own persuasion check.
Seems fair. Just double check. I get 24.
No worries. He got 23. So you see a couple of them are looking confused and intrigued at this intruder coming in. But you also see some of them looking angrily at you for challenging their leader, who they feel very strong devotion towards.
Can I see which way Alejandro is leaning towards?
Give me an insight check.
Insight. Oh, come on, dice. 18.
He looks like he's leaning more towards Idrach's side of the discussion.
Alright, cool.
I'm going to continue to explain that, obviously the gods are dead. Because the goddess of death is dead, there is no way forwards. I'm just explaining it all in very logical, simple.
As you go to continue describing the leader floating up here, he holds his hand up. He goes, "Congregation, please, you can talk to the congregation after here, but we're in the middle of a discussion.
You're
Great
about to
import.
murder 3 people.
We are not murdering everyone, and please, if you continue interrupting, I must demand that you leave our camp. Last chance, make your decision. Listen in politely, or please depart, and you can continue back
Have I
after.
managed to persuade the 3 people he's about to kill?
You can see a lot of them are looking around. Well, not a lot of them, but a number of them are looking around intriguingly. Alejandro definitely looks like he's leaning towards your side, though.
Alright.
And you can see, give me an insight check. Just a general insight check.
Can I?
Natural 20 for... double check my insight.
Can I also see if I've got
22.
if Alejandro recognizes Geode, and if he does, sort of give him a sort of head?
Are you trying to get his attention?
Yeah, sort of subtly.
Yeah, so if you wave, he looks up over. He's mostly looking at this skeletal winged figure. But he looks up over the shoulder and he sees you, and you see his eyes open wide in recognition, and a bit of a smile start to grow on his face as he's torn between, protecting his leader and going to greet you. But with a natural 20, Idrach, you can see Alejandro and these 2 ones that you put the fear of gods into seem to be very much looking like they're kind of nodding on as you're speaking, but the rest of them seem to be closing in pretty tight around you with their quarterstaffs held in front, starting to get a little bit more threatening.
The ones I'm trying to reach specifically are the ones that he's about to kill.
Well, you assume that he's about to kill.
He said he's about to transition 3 of them.
Not 3.
Didn't he just say he was about to transition some people?
Some. He didn't give a number.
I will continue speaking, redoubling my effort.
If that's the case, these 2 closest to you are going to start to push you backwards further and further outside of the ring. Are you trying to stand firm?
I am just double checking whether something is a concentration spell or not. I can't remember whether enhance ability. Yes, it's concentration. Bollocks. I'm going to misty step over to their leader. As they push me, I'm just going to vanish and reappear next to their leader.
Do you have control of your token, or do you want Bryce to move him?
No, I'm happy to move it.
Okay.
No worries. As you do that, you start to see he's still hovering 6 feet above you, and he turns and glares down at you, and you see energy starting to crackle around his hands. And this cloaked figure throws his foot back, and you can recognize that large, burly dragonborn. And looks like he's about to get real pissed off at you using magic to get in so close to his boss. You better talk fast, otherwise we're going to be rolling initiative.
I will continue talking, so can I make a persuasion check again?
No worries.
Geode's not looking threatening or anything, he's just going up to see, to try and get a closer look of what's happening.
So that's currently not as good as I'd like it to be, so I'm going to see if I can boost that.
Ooh, pardon me.
And I can use... No, favoured by the gods doesn't affect that. So I've just got an 18 for continued persuasion.
No worries. What are you saying as you're teleporting next to him?
So I teleport in next to him. I'm going to say, the gods are real. Their abilities still hold firm in this world. You are being misled. If your speaker is so convinced by what he says. Why has he not transitioned?
They turn to look at their leader, and he once again just laughs, and you feel the ground vibrate under your feet as he does it. It's like, oh, the gods, they have forsaken this world and left all these people to their fate.
But you accept that the gods
We
were real,
feel-
and therefore these people are not dead.
I was gonna try and get Alejandro's attention to see if he can come closer to me, sort of thing, as well, while he's speaking. So,
Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
me?
See if you, you. See if you can convince him to stay near you instead of going to protect his boss, his leader.
Persuasion, okay.
And he, like,
19.
no worries. So he'll, you grab him by the shoulder and pull him aside, and he lets himself be pulled back as the rest of the crowd is surging in,
I'll
just getting
sort of
closer and closer into Michael.
Sit here and whisper beside him, it's like, what's happening?
Michael will explain
Yeah.
to everyone that this world, this place is nothing but an illusion. I have not ascended again
You
because
just
I
accepted
must
the gods were
lead.
alive. You just accepted that the gods had gone. Therefore, this place is not an illusion.
The gods have departed. This is but a purgatory of those that are left behind. How do you think it makes sense that the gods could have been destroyed by mere mortals as us? It is
They weren't killed by
ridiculous
mortals.
idea.
They left, and they will come back.
Don't know what you're saying, but I killed a god. Or hell.
the greatest illusion of our time is that the gods would have been defeated in battle by mortals and left this world. But I can guide these people through the gate that I've discovered. We do not die in this world as we are not truly alive in this world. But I can guide these people to a better life. One that I have witnessed with my own eyes. You dare question what I have witnessed with my own eyes.
Yeah, you're clearly
Seen.
bastard.
And you come into our camp, a stranger amongst our family. You think that you can sway, you can talk and whisper worms of
I'm
fear
not
into the...
whispering, cretin. I'm having a discussion with you.
I demand you leave this camp right now.
I demand you
Or your
fuck off
fate
and stop
will
trying to kill people.
Roll
I,
initiative.
As they were arguing,
Everyone roll initiative.
I was trying to like sort of back whisper with Alejandro, sort of to try and see if he could get me
Yep, I'll let you have a small conversation at the same time.
to speed on like what's happening, what's the go with this, why
You
here.
got a 21 for initiative as well, so all the followers are still on pretty much balanced out between the two of yous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so what are you wanting to say to Alejandro? Sorry, Sky?
So I'm trying to see if Alejandro can get Geode up to speed, like quickly, sort of like asking him.
So as those two are having their argument up the front, he explains that he's ready to depart on their journey to the gate for him to ascend, and he's been conducting meditation with Michael and dreaming just beautiful dreams every night of a utopia. And he's been focusing his will through meditation and suffering. And he's seen hints of the breakthrough of the illusion that is surrounding them. And tonight, him and 5 others, as he pulls and shows you this white sash that is across his chest, and looking into the crowd, you can see a total of 6 people with those white sashes across their chest.
Can I see if you'll in this time? What is the Gate of Ascension?
I don't know. I've had pictures of it in my mind, in my dreams, of just a land of plenty and beauty where the gods still have control over it, and they keep the evils at bay. And I just can't handle this world anymore, Geode. I need to get out of here, and Michael has shown me that there is a better place that we can come to, and you could join us. You could come to seek your freedom from this purgatory as well.
And all right, with that, I'll be like, and what does this ascension entail? Do we what do you have to do to
I
ascend?
don't know. We depart on our journey this evening. Michael has told us that it's long and arduous, but we prepared ourselves, mind and body, and he says it's but a few days' journey, and then we can truly ascend.
Okay.
And
yeah.
with that, you hear the argument turn
Yeah.
to its heated conclusion, and with a yell, the crowd seems to surge in, and I'll get you to roll your initiative.
Yep, cool. All right.
All right, let me roll a whole bunch of dice.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Let's just do this in 2 groups. Let me just quickly change. So these ones here, I don't know if you can you see the spot of color on these ones?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody? Yeah, so these ones, as you look around, they have these white sashes across their brown robes. But I'm just going to add another spot just so I can keep track of who's doing what. All right, initiative. Idrach.
9.
No worries. Oh, sorry, I missed one. Right, so we have Idrach is 9. Esme.
3.
Oh.
What's your...
Elspeth.
13.
13, no worries.
I got a 13 as well. My dex is 14.
I'm
Yours, Elspeth?
13.
No worries, so Geode first.
Okay.
Azzoth.
19.
No.
Beautiful.
Come out, you know.
Oops, that should have been. That's right. I'll put Michael there. Have we missed anybody yet? Is that everyone?
Yeah, you got Esme. Yeah, I think that's all of us.
Yep, that's everybody then. Just feeling.
I'm used to that extra number on last night.
Idrach, what's your dexterity?
14.
So it's +2. Can you roll me a just straight d20?
5.
Yep, no worries. And there we go. So first up is Azzoth. As this heated discussion seems to getting louder and louder, suddenly you can see just crackling energy wrapping around the arms of this floating figure as he looks like he's about to launch some sort of attack.
And I'm assuming all these are starting to look pretty hostile as well, these followers.
Yep.
So I'll just charge forward. 5.
Specifically, the ones in the cloaks are looking more fanatical than the rest.
So the girlier looking ones?
The ones with the sashes, sorry.
Oh, okay, with the yellow dots.
Yeah,
Yep.
so the ones with the spots. The rest are looking around kind of wild-eyed. These ones here, they're still those remnants of the fear effect. Actually, they would have, started to move back away again.
And Alejandro, was he still like 50-50? Or
Yeah, he was
70-30?
still in the middle of talking with you.
Yeah.
But he's looked over at the yelling.
Yep, cool.
So can I share a square with one of these to walk through?
So they're not. Those two specifically aren't actively trying to push you back, so they'll just take double movement for you to get through their space.
But I've got the ring of free action, so no.
Yep, so you can duck through them because you can ignore difficult terrain. So yep, I'll say you can squeeze your way through there nicely.
I won't make it anyway. This is 30. Okay, in that case, I'll just charge forward, and even though he still looks like he's just standing there, I'll hack this guy with my axe.
No worries. Take an attack.
20 plus 8. Oh shit, 11 to hit.
Yep, roll damage.
So I'm going to do a maneuvering attack. So when you hit a creature with weapon attack, you expend 1 spell die to maneuver one of your comrades into a more advantageous position. So I slash at this guy, and I tell Idrach to move out the way, so he can use his reaction to move half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks from. Oh, sorry, I won't do that. I just read the last sentence. So it's without provoking opportunity attacks from the target of your attack. So in that case, I'll just hit him.
Hitting this one?
Yep.
No worries. So how much damage did you do?
1d12. 5. 7.
No worries. As you hack into this one with your axe and just cuts in and just into this female halfling form, just slashes open her side from stomach to chest. She's wavering on her feet, clutching at this open wound.
That goes up to eat her again. With a 20?
Yep.
8 damage.
No worries. And you just jam your axe into her again, and just with a cry cut short, she drops down unmoving, flopping onto the ground near your feet.
I'll stand on a corpse.
No worries.
And that's it.
Cool. Over to Michael's turn. You see him still just hovering there. And suddenly you see he pulls out something from a pouch at his side and hold it up, and you see it just muscles bulge on his arm, and the shadows suddenly get deeper and deeper around him, and suddenly these flame-like shadows just wreath around his body. And he will cast a spell, and you can see these shadows flickering and moving almost like flame, but all the light in the area just turns dimmer and dimmer, just getting darker around him. And he is surrounded by darkness. So Idrach, you can still see through, but anyone without night vision, suddenly this 10-foot shadow has just encased their area.
So we're not completely blind, like the darkness spell, is it?
Yeah. You guys can still see through it with your dark vision.
Okay.
I can't see shit.
But you guys, suddenly it looks like nighttime has just appeared in this sphere around him.
I can't tell. Nothing changes because Geode's got one
Yeah,
twin.
you guys can see straight through it. You guys can see it's getting dark, turning in from like colours into black and whites as your dark vision can pierce through the darkness.
Is it the darkness spell, Bryce?
No.
Okay, that's what I was sort of asking.
No.
Yeah.
So you guys with dark vision can still see through it.
Cool.
But yeah, you can see these flame-like shadows wreathing around his body, and the whole rest of the area just starts to turn dark. And he will just continue hovering. He'll move up a little bit higher up into the air. He's sitting at about 8 foot up in the air. I believe that was his action. Yep, no worries. So it's over to Geode.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly just go to Alejandro, seeing that there's like now action happening. Is like, I mean, no quarrel here. I came to speak with you and only you, to see what was happening. And then I am just going to stomp on the ground and mold earth. So he's going to do the difficult terrain around Idrach. So you choose a portion
how big
of
an area does that affect?
That's what I'm just reading now. The range that fits within a 5-foot cube.
So it's just one of those cubes, essentially. You sure? Yeah, essentially it would just be one small patch.
I was thinking
Could
it
we
was
not
like
just grab Alejandro and run?
Yeah, no, I was thinking it was a bigger area effect, so I won't do that, and I will.
Yeah, because it's only a cantrip.
Yeah, I was thinking it was
not
like
some of those
from
other
a 5 foot, it was 5 foot around that. Yeah.
That's all good. Yeah, because it's only a cantrip.
No, it makes sense. It's all good. In that case, yeah, as I say that, I'm just going to be like, sorry, not sorry, grab his cloak scruff and sort of try and pull him back and go, look, I want
Give
to
me
talk
an
to you.
opposed strength check then. Because he doesn't want to get pulled back. He's not going to be horrifically resisting, but he's
Oh, sorry. I'm just
still dubious about what he's trying to do. So give me a athletics check.
athletics.
And he's going to do his own athletics.
16. Where are athletics? 16 plus 7.
Yeah, so he rolled a natural 1. So he's going to take a step, just like looking questioningly into this darkness, and you just grabbed him by the back of his cloak and pulled him near on off of his feet. So are you moving backwards somewhere?
Yep, and as a bonus action, I'm going to summon my echo in the place that I was. So I'm gonna...
Alright, no worries. As you take a step back, 2 of them are going to take a swing at you with a quarterstaff.
2. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was like, where's this 2?
There's 2. Oh, nice. So the first one just smacks you across the elbow, and you feel some of the bone almost crack in there for 8 points of bludgeoning damage. The other one's swing goes wide.
Yep.
But yeah, Alejandro is coming back with you.
How far can I pull him back?
Half your movement.
Alright, so 5,
So you can go
10,
15
so
foot,
one
you can
more.
go 1 more square back.
Yeah, alright, so
You're
go
dragging
there.
him with you. And
Just
I'll
following
put in
that
your
path.
shadow.
Yeah.
Where are we? Geode echo. There we go. And as you leave that area, it almost leaves that faint echo behind in your space, that slightly grey version.
Yep. Okay. And
Worries.
that is done.
Beautiful. No worries. Elspeth, over to you.
So I'm going to. Oh, so I can't see shit, right?
Nope.
Because
You
of
can
my-
just see darkness surrounding him.
Yeah. So I'll cast light on my shield.
How big is that area of effect?
I
That's
believe
20
that's
foot
the
radius.
20 foot.
No, but like the darkness or whatever spell that he's doing. How? Because Elspeth is
can
all
you
the way down
see-
there.
Can you see his aura? Maybe not.
No.
I can see everything, but I
Yeah.
don't see an aura.
No, that's right. Let me fix that for you.
That's where I was like, because you might still be able.
There's the aura.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah,
still.
I put an
see.
aura around him, but obviously that's only showing up to me. So that area there is in darkness.
Okay.
Okay, so I can see everything else, but not in the darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll
That's
just-
what I was trying to explain before you cast anything to help you.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, because I was like, maybe it's the whole area that
Yeah,
he's casting.
that's what I was thinking as well. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I can still see some of these little minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I'll just still move 10, 15, 20. I might just stay over here.
And
And
as you did you cast light? Sorry, or did you not?
Yeah, I'll cast light. I'll cast light
Okay,
just
cool.
so I can see.
As your light is moving to this darkness, you can see your light is pushing through, fighting through this darkness, almost like they're pushing and turning into dim light, as your light is pushing back some of those writhing black shadows.
And my bonus action, I'm going to cast spiritual weapon. Why in my book?
No worries. Let me drag your book in. Where would you like it?
Can you just?
Actually, can you control it? I know I tried to give
No,
you control, but I think it
I
didn't work last time. Yeah, I don't know
No.
why.
Yeah, just there's fine. And just.
Num books.
Where's my dice? 12.
12 to hit?
Yep.
Which one are you hitting?
The guy right in. Well, the one that was on top of him. Yeah, that one there.
Go on there? No worries.
So
Hit.
one
Damn it.
on a
Hit
hit, the
points down.
target takes force damage and 1d8. With my d8.
Because I've copied these characters, when I mark down hit points on one, it reduces all of theirs.
But where's my casting modifier? Yeah. But yeah.
It'll be your wisdom plus proficiency. So what did you roll?
So I rolled a 1.
Yeah, that ain't gonna hit.
That's gonna... What? Stop! What am I stopping? At the top? Yeah. This one?
If you're rolling that one, it's not gonna hit. But yeah, up
That
the
was
top
a
right.
that was a 1d8. No, the target takes 4. No, so I rolled a Oh, where's my number gone? I rolled a 7 plus. So
Oh, yeah,
7
that'll
plus 5. That's a 12 to hit. 1 on damage, but that's 1 plus my
Wisdom.
modifier is 4, so that's
No, it's
5
damage.
You.
plus,
So
yeah.
I was basically trying to lead these people to commit suicide.
You assume.
We assume.
Assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Yes,
Yep.
you're the one that's been starting arguments.
Here we are trying to finish it.
The suicide cultist.
You don't know that they're actually going to suicide, though. You've just come in and gone moo at
Just
them.
battered your way into their very important meeting as they're about to set off on their spiritual journey, and then teleported in next to the guy, started yelling rubbish about gods that have tortured and murdered all these people's families.
I helped one on their spiritual journey.
Yes, one has departed on their version.
Was that along with the dot on it?
All right, Elspeth, is that you all done?
Yes, I'm finished. That's all I can do.
No worries. It's over to this dragonborn individual next to you guys. Where are we? He's going to just just light you up point blank, Idrach. So I need you to make a dex save.
Usually it'll catch Michael in the same blast.
He's hovering up in the air.
Hang on. Only roll 1 dice per dex save. So I rolled a 17.
Alright, so you'll take half. I believe it's just 2d6. Memory. So you'll take 5 points of fire damage as you duck out of the way mostly, and the flames start to lick over the front of this tent, but it doesn't seem to be catching because it's pretty soggy with the rain. Okay, and then we're over to red. These guys, these cultists here, 2 of them can actually see in the dark. This one here is just blind, and he's going to...
Which one's the one you're talking about? The dot?
Yeah, this one
Okay,
here,
there you go.
because he can't see in the dark.
Yeah, your ping
these two
didn't go off.
Yeah, sorry. This one here is going to rush over this side. These other 2 are going to start bludgeoning Idrach with their staffs. Or attempt to, anyways. Nah, they're not quite flanking enough. So straight roll. Right, so you take... Does 19 hit?
It does.
Yep, cool. So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And Elspeth... 8 doesn't hit. So they go to take a swing at your legs, but you just knock it aside with your shield. Also, did you remember to roll your initiative with advantage?
Yes, I did.
Beautiful. Cool. Just checking. Just checking. No, thanks, guy. Over to Idrach. Your turn.
Well,
You can see fine through the darkness. Wait, sorry, give me 2 concentration checks, please.
I've lost the spell.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah,
no
I
worries.
failed
really?
the first one.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good man.
And I will launch into the air, casting fly on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I will shoot up so I am above Michael.
How far are you still in his range? Like his melee range as it was?
I'll be outside his melee range.
Okay, so they'll all get attacks of opportunity at you.
Yeah.
So the first 2 just straight rolls. 17, that will hit for 5 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Then the dragon for 3 bludgeoning, as they just start battering into you as you burst up into the air.
2 concentration saves. Half the first one. Half the second one.
And Michael is going to take a swing at you with his own staff. Straight roll. No, and he misses. I'm just using that one. She wants
You-
to modify.
You can cloak yourself in the darkness of lies, but the light of divine truth will find you, I say.
See him, he just looks up at you and just cocks his mouth into a slight grin, and you see this light in the side of his eyes. He's just getting excited. All right, is that the end of your turn?
It is. So I'm about 40 foot up at the minute, I think.
No worries. Let me just check something. Cultists, not the cultists over this side are up. So one's going to take a swing at Azzoth, and one's going to take a swing at Geode's Echo. Right, so Geode, your Echo is belted. There, and Azzoth, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Was it 7? Yep, they just belted it, and then you're going to move into that space surrounding Azzoth.
Yep.
Do you take that damage, Grant?
Grant.
Going.
That's right. When he comes back, he takes 7 points. 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As one of these dudes just belts you with a staff. And these ones here are going to start running into the tents out of darkness. This one here, Azzoth in front of you, is going to try to run. You can take an attack if you want.
Absolutely.
It's going to be go at advantage because that'll hit. Roll damage for me. Yep, no worries. Someone is woundified. I can't mark his hit points down, but I'll just do that.
8.
And which was the other one? That one there was wounded. I'll just add that. Joys are doing it on a computer when I can't change the hit points. I don't know why it's changing all of their hit points.
Are you using the same token?
I copy and pasted it, but I've done that with like goblins and stuff before and it worked fine. These ones are gonna start legging it over to there as well. So they are not too keen on trying to fight a bunch of well-equipped fighters. No one's turn, and Alejandro is just looking at you, Geode, just like, what's going on? What is this?
I have no part in this. That mate of mine has just jumped to conclusions.
Yeah, Alejandro is just looking between you and back into the darkness that he can't see through and just utter confusion. And Esme, over to your turn.
Since I'm stood at the back, I've just kind of gone, what on earth is going on? I will step... Oh, sorry, I can't find my cursor. I'm going to step over to stand by Geode and Alejandro, and I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
No worries. So that takes your armor class up to 15, was it?
Yep.
Beautiful. Is that it?
Am I able to prepare a Firebolt as a bonus action?
No, because you used your main action to cast Mage Armor.
Oh, right, I can't.
Yeah, so that was your action.
Yeah, that's my action then.
Okay, cool. No worries. Back to the top of the round. Azzoth, you're up.
So I'll take a hack at the top one.
Go for it.
What is that?
Yep.
16.
That'll hit.
And I'm going to do menacing attack on that. So do a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Against fear effect, is it?
Yeah, for fear. Sorry, frightened.
Yep, that's a natural 18. So they're good. They give me damage.
So damage is 12d5 plus an 8. So 8 plus 5.
What was that 13 points damage? As you just slam this one with your axe. Still alive, but just blood pouring out of an almost severed leg and just hobbling, barely standing still.
I'll take another slash at him. 21 to hit.
Yep. and you don't need to roll damage because you just the leg was starting to come open and you just crush through the bone and just shear the leg completely off, and just blood pours out on the ground and just drops, holding the stump for a second, and then passes out from the blood loss, dead on the ground.
I might do action surge and have a swing at the other one as well.
No
For
worries.
12,
Yep, that'll hit.
and I'll messing attack him as well.
Go
So
for
do
it.
another wisdom saving DC
Sorry,
15.
Can't mark the hit points down again.
Plus an 8. So damage is 15 plus 6, so 21
Oh,
damage.
As their head just gets cleanly lopped off, and they just body stands up for a second and then just crashes down to the ground backwards.
And then I'll just go. Michael's still flying, isn't he?
Yeah, he's only about 8 foot off the ground. He's still within your range.
Okay, I'll start straight in. That's it.
No worries. And back over to Michael's turn. Right, so there's a few people there. How high did you say you went, Idrach? 40 foot?
40 foot.
No worries. He is going to shoot upwards another 20 foot, so he's like 10 foot down below you. Azzoth, you can take a swing at him if you want.
Yep. 13.
13?
Yep.
No, doesn't miss. He, you take the swing, but he's just a little bit too fast. And he shoots up out of range before you can get a clean shot onto him. And you see just this shadowy crackling magic around his hands coalesce, and he just reaches his hand out upwards to you, Idrach, and he's going to fire 3 beams of energy at you. So we have... What's his spellcasting modifier? Sorry. So we got a 17, a 21, and a natural 1. So 2 of them, I believe, hit you.
Yeah.
Where's my damage dice? Where are we? Here we go. And let's roll 2 of those bad boys. Where'd it go? 7, 12, 13, 14. You take 15 points of force damage as 2 of these blasts slam into you.
I pass out and take falling damage as well.
Uh-oh.
You are 40 foot up.
Yep.
Oh no!
Squish.
Could I catch him?
Well, if you're unconscious, yeah, that won't be enough to go over your total hit points. So yeah, you're unconscious on the ground.
I'll have one failed death save as well, I think.
Yep, and you failed death save from the fall.
Yep.
And I'll just mark this with a... That's a good one. That one looks like a good unconscious one.
Hey, Bryce, it might be worth you rolling the 4d6.
I did. You were fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't go over your maximum hit points. So yeah, you're not straight out dead.
Yeah, you will be able to.
And you see Michael just look down at your unconscious corpse. As you're falling, you still have that just shred of consciousness as you go plummeting down next to him, and he just starts laughing and just glaring at you, and he turns his glare onto you, Azzoth. That was and then he's not going to do anything else because he's already gone up there. So yeah, he's hovering about 30 foot up off the ground now, and that shadow has lifted up and gone with him. So anyone who doesn't have that dark vision can see this just sphere of darkness floating in the air. But everyone underneath it, you just see Idrach come shooting out unconscious from that sphere of darkness and slam into the ground, his head rebounding off the stones. Just a sickening crack.
Geode cringes. He will. Oh.
Geode, your turn.
So he is going to push him into this tent, hoping that it's vacant.
No worries. So as you pull open the tent flap, it's just 2 simple bedrolls in there. Oh, who'd we lose?
Huh?
Beck, she's using her phone to change an appy.
No worries. Yeah, so as you open the tent flap, it's pretty sparse interior, just with some cut straw bedding with some bedrolls rolled out over the top, and just some loose clothes in a pile on top of one of the beds, but nothing else in there.
Cool. So I'm gonna pull Alejandro in with me, and we're just gonna try and have a conversation.
No worries. Elspeth, or he'll let you get pulled in there as you're
on the guy
in
in
the
front
tent.
of me. Is it sacred?
here. Sorry.
Can I do sacred flame on the guy in front of me?
Sure can. That's a dex save from me.
Oh.
That's another natural one. That
Cool,
means
it's a
good
natural
ones
one.
tonight. So yep, roll your damage.
Oh, damage. 1d8, babe. Can you roll d8 for me, please? 4.
4 damage.
Just
No
four?
worries. This one hadn't taken damage before, but he's now on 4.
Okay, and can I also cast bonus action healing word on level 3 for Dan to... Can I do that?
Yeah, you sure can.
Is he in my range?
Yep, he'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, and because
Yep,
the darkness
60
is
feet.
up in the air, you can see him.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yep.
So I'll
Oh,
cast on second level?
Good work.
Go for it.
Third level? Maybe third level. I've got third level slot. Yeah, I'll do third level. A creature's hit points equal to 1d4 and your spellcasting modifier.
Plus, you get something out with being a life cleric, don't you?
I think it's...
Mhm.
Oh, shit, I can't remember. It's on my sheet outside. I'm sorry, Grant.
Well, thank you.
It's, I believe it's plus the spell level plus your proficiency.
Proficiency, yes. I think it was that.
Your proficiency plus the spell level. So it'd be an extra 5 or 6, whatever you're
So
casting
what
it
did
as.
Grant just roll? So 1d4, 3d4s. Yeah. Did you roll 3d4s?
Plus 3d4 plus 4.
3d4. That's 11 plus 4.
3.
Oh wait, that's 11.
Yep. So +3 for your spell. You third
Plus
level was it?
3. Oh yes, 3. Level 3 spell because it's a 3
3 plus the spell's level, so it's plus 5.
plus
Okay.
5.
Plus 5 on that. So 16 points of damage.
16.
Points of
No, heal.
anti-damage. Yeah, anti-damage. So
You just leave it there, Grant. I'll take
You-
it later.
prone on the ground, but you are no longer bleeding out. You're conscious again, but still prone on the ground. Beautiful. That one's down. No, that's bonus action. Any movement?
You want to move? You're in,
Can't do hidden.
you're in contact. Oh, you can do hidden step.
Can't do my hidden step away from him.
Yeah. You want to turn invisible?
Yeah.
Sure
Where do you
can.
wanna move to?
Just move back.
There we go, ninja. They can still get an attack of opportunity as you turn invisible and run away, but it'll be at disadvantage because they can't see where you're going.
Yeah, it's there.
No
Idris.
worries.
I'm here,
We'll take a swing still. Hello, Idris. Are you being naughty?
Yeah, sorry, she's shouting at people.
14 misses. So, yeah, you just hear a swish as the stuff flicks over where you used to be. Dragon's up. He's going to, let's see, muscle through here and onto the other side of actually no, he can just come straight over the top of you, Idrach, underneath there. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want, Idrach, as he
I will do that.
goes around you.
That a 14.
14 hits. Yeah, he didn't realise that you were awake again. He thought you were still unconscious on the ground, so he was running for the next biggest threat.
Can he take me 6 points of dagger to the Achilles tendon?
No worries. You slash a dagger across his leg. Let's see if I can. I'm having to draw a map of who's got what damage around the place because I can't mark it down on here. No worries. So yeah, the dagger hacks across his ankle as he runs past you, and he just turns around, looking back in your direction. But he's going to try to smack Azzoth across the gut with his staff. For 4 points of bludgeoning, Azzoth. Oh yeah, also give me a wisdom save.
I should have done
Forgot
that before,
previously.
shouldn't I? Yeah.
Yep.
Just the tons. Oh, plus 1. 5.
You're raging. Which is fine because
and-
right now you're surrounded by enemies.
Beck, before the Misty Step was a bonus action, so she just
Was
walked
it?
away. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Did
Right,
still
then you would
wanna
have
walk away?
taken.
Yep.
I'll just roll one more straight roll and just see if it hits. No, you're good.
Okay.
Just clangs off your shield as you duck out of her range. No worries. He's up. These guys, seeing you still awake and kicking, just going to try to bludgeon you back into submission again.
They have advantage.
They sure do. That's a 16.
Yep.
That's 2 points of bludgeoning. And can they knock you back out again?
Probably not.
11. Does that hit? I believe it just misses.
Just misses.
No worries. You manage to just roll out of the way as the staff comes crashing down to the stones just next to where your head is.
Next time you do poo-poo, you need to tell me.
Yeah, that one is going to
Okay? If you do poo-poo, you need to tell Mummy to do that.
run back over here and keep chasing down this fleeing one. This fleeing Elspeth.
I hit you again.
Yep, for 19. Believe that hits. So 3 bludgeoning damage.
I've got here.
3 damage.
Yep. She just comes up and just smacks you across the side of the head with the staff.
It shouldn't count because I'm not on Discord yet.
And Idrach, over to you. For another
I'm
round bleeding.
going to say, I tried being nice. I tried talking. Fuck you all. Die. I'm going to
Thanks,
reach
Jen.
out. I'm going to tap Azzoth on the foot. I'm going to cast haste on Azzoth, and then I'm going to teleport into the big tent.
Teleporting and casting haste.
Yep. So Misty Step is a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and haste is a standard action.
But you can only cast one spell around.
That is a very good point. I will not do the Misty Step. I will just cast haste on Azzoth, and then I will. Actually, I will twin cast haste on Azzoth and myself.
Hell yeah,
Nice.
I love it.
Then I will stand up. And I'm going to just stab this bastard in the face.
No worries. So I believe haste gives you +2 to your armor class, double movement, extra attack.
Yeah.
Yep. You use your extra attack to stab. Who are you stabbing? Both
I'm
of these guys
stabbing-
are.
Hang on. This one?
No worries. He's not wounded right now.
So I get a 11 to hit.
That hits. They're not wearing any armor, just cloaks. So
And I do 5 damage with my dagger.
5 damage. You slash across his stomach. And just feel it take purchase in him. He's looking angry. 5, cool, and then whatever that will be there. Cool. No worries. Happy with that?
Yep.
No worries. Over to dead, and dead. So Alejandro is just turning to you, Geode. Like, we have to help MyCloud. He's going to save all of us. You have to stop your friends.
I think Michael's got this, and I'll just sort of force him down.
No worries. You continue wrestling him down. Esme, over to you.
I've just seen this bloke run up to Elspeth and attack her. So I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at him, and also the remaining 2 rays at the floating bloke.
No worries. So you're doing 1 ray at the close one, was that?
1 ray at the close one.
So that one will be at disadvantage because he's within melee range.
Okay. So
The rest will be the other 2 will be flat, straight rolls. Because Scorching Ray is a ranged spell attack.
would I move first? Am I able to do that?
Yep.
He'll take an
Oh,
attack.
We'll take
though.
an attack opportunity at you, but can move.
Oh, Never mind. I'll just cast a ray at him.
No worries. You can use Gurgi to help distract him to give yourself advantage if you like.
Oh, I didn't know I could do.
I know. So your familiar are meant to act on their own turn, but then it's just an extra character in the initiative order. So you can use Gurgi on your own turn, and they can't take any attacks, but they can flutter in their face and distract them to use their help action essentially.
He's pulling the person's hair and hood.
Yeah.
But problem is, if Gurgi gets too annoying, then he's going to get hit by a staff.
Yeah. I'll keep with my my thunderbolt. And hit that bloke.
Thunderbolt or
What
Scorching
are you
Ray?
casting?
Was it?
Scorching Ray?
Scorching Ray, and it's one of the
Oh,
rays to successfully hit him, even at disadvantage.
You got an 11 with disadvantage.
No worries. This guy had 4 damage, so roll damage for that Scorching Ray, please.
8 damage.
He's still up just. As he just cops, this one here, I think is a female. Can't remember what race she was, everyone's been mixed up too badly. But yeah, she just cops a blast of fire to her face. As you see half her face just burnt away. She's looking very much like Two-Face now. And the other two at the floating fella?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Do I get advantage?
Nope, straight roll.
15 plus what's my modifier?
27.
27
Oh, yep, that'll hit. And your second one?
and 20.
Yep, that'll also hit.
46.
Very nice.
46. 12, 17, 19 points.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
19 points of damage. As he's not even looking, he's looking straight down at the guys underneath him, doesn't even see these flames coming up, and he's just bombarded by these blasts of burning energy tearing up his side. Azzoth, over to you. Unless you want to move anywhere, Esme.
I would like to run away a little bit, please.
She will take an attack of opportunity if you run away,
No.
but you can run.
Do I run? All right. No, I'm not. I'm going to stand my ground.
No worries.
Quite right.
Azzoth.
Okay, I'll take a swing at this guy on the left here. Oop,
Yep,
oh,
go for it.
Not that one, this one.
That'll hit.
24. And now the damage. Actually, I'm going to do a trip attack. So you can add the sprue die to the attack roll. If the target is large or small, it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you knock the target prone.
No worries. How much damage did you do to it?
Damage is what's that? Oh, 11.
11 points of damage. No worries. Still up, but strength save, you say?
Yep, DC 15.
Got 15. Yep, she got straight 15.
Okay.
Just narrowly avoided it as you tried to take a leg out from underneath her.
Enough, I'll take another swing at it. First having a hit.
Yep, that'll hit. Give me damage.
I'll still straight damage. Just 11. Ignore the 4.
No worries. As you finish your swing and just bury your axe into her stomach, and I think this one was a halfling, and almost lifted her up, and then just flick your axe as she flops down lifeless on the ground.
This one's still flying, isn't it?
Yep, he's 30 foot up.
Okay.
Hello, Moose. You shouldn't be standing up, Bubba.
In
You
that
should be laying
case,
down and resting.
I'll run over here so you can take an opportunity attack at me.
Sorry, which way are you going? Yep, Dragon will take an attack at you.
Yep. DC 20 now.
Swing and a miss.
Sweet. And I'll take a swing at the guy above me.
Go for it.
26.
Yep, that'll hit.
Nice.
I'm going to do a maneuvering attack.
Go
So
for it.
I'll hit it with 8 damage. I'll add on another 3. 11 and If he's 30 feet up, so now Idrach can move without getting an attack of opportunity.
So how much damage was that onto this fella?
11.
No worries, as you bury your axe into his chest, just feeling his ribs crunch below you, and he drops down lifeless on the ground as well.
I said, I'll just do a bonus action of second wind. 1d10.
You got
No
2 more
worries.
attacks if you want them.
One more
Really?
attack.
Because of haste.
So you get an extra action, which can be used to make the attack action, which, because you're a fighter, gives you 2 attacks.
I thought it could only let you use the attack action for one extra attack.
No, you get a full,
One weapon.
you
No,
get
it's
full, you get full
specifically.
action.
Specifically, one weapon attack only.
Yeah. That action can be only used to take the attack, one weapon attack only.
Okay.
Oh, in that case, then I'll just run back over here and smash this guy in the face.
You sure can do that. He was on. He was on.
Wait.
90 points.
No, actually, no, ignore that, because I did do 3 attacks. I hit him twice and hit him once.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But you can run back over to this dragon if you want, or you can stay there. Either way.
Yeah, I'll do that, actually. Good idea.
You pretty much just run a circle around half the camp and come back again with haste.
And D20 plus 1, 15?
Yep, you calm down.
Sweet.
With your bloodlust satisfied for now. Right, Michael's turn again. That's a lot of dead bodies on the ground there. So, let me just have a quick look at this spell. What's 20 foot? Is that radius or sphere? Right, 20 foot sphere. Right, I need Idrach and Azzoth. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
I rolled a 16, which makes it a 19.
Yep, that'll pass. So let's roll some 8d6s.
What are you
I'm just gonna
doing?
use this one. Da.
Oh.
So he's going to cast Synaptic Static.
I didn't do the bonus action 1d10. That's why, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 health.
8d6s, yep. So here we go. So, Azzoth, you take 30 points of what type of damage? Psychic damage. And a target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute as you feel your brain is just scattered in your head. So during that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all of its attacks and ability checks, as well as its constitution save for maintaining concentration, doesn't matter. But you can try to make a save each time on your turn.
Roll the d6 now.
Not just every time you make an attack, you have to roll a d6 and minus that every single time. It's like an anti-less. Idrach, you take 15 points of psychic damage. You're unconscious again.
I think I will be.
I think you will be too, because I think you were healed for 15 or something. No worries. You feel you're just seemingly the inside of your brain just starts. Feels like someone's reached their fingers into your brain. It's just shaking you around with just electrified hands digging into your skull.
Quick question. Ring of Mind Shielding.
What to do? Tell me.
I don't know. I'm just wondering if that'll help.
I don't think it gives you immunity to. Let me have a look see, because it might give you immunity or resistance to psychic. Ring of Mind Shielding. You are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts. Use an action to become invisible.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Nah, sorry. Good call though, but nah, it stops you from getting your mind read. But yeah, it doesn't do immunity from psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm down again.
That would be nice.
Grant, you know
That one
what?
would be nice.
How long haste did that go?
Right, and haste drops. Oh, is haste concentration?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Okay, cool. Alright, no worries, so haste does drop. And he's going to start to descend back towards you with his arms kind of held out wide with the darkness coming down towards him. Oh, actually, he as well. What did he get hit by? 2 flame bolts. He needs to make some saves. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he made both of his concentration checks for his spell from Esme's firebolts. Scorching rays. So he's now hovering pretty much with his feet at your head height, Azzoth, as he just drifts back down towards you. Not quite that height. So he's hovering about 10 feet up above you, just outside of your melee range. And Geode, you're up.
Okay. So I got his full attention now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. I'll be like, look, Jack is worried about you. He told me to come and speak with you. What is the go? Why did you even come over here? You do know these guys are a bunch of crazy people.
No, they're not. This world is crazy. Don't you see, Geode?
I know. Look at myself.
They promised me a better life. I can't just suffer in that just acidic, horrible place. I need to get out of there and just see what's after this mess of a world.
Come join me. You don't have to stay at home. there is other places outside.
No worries, that'll be your turn, but give me a persuasion check. At advantage because he is your friend, and also that last natural one that you just kind of dragged him off into the tent.
At advantage, you said persuasion.
Yeah, at advantage.
Oh, jeez, where did that go?
Your childhood friends. See if you can wear down some of his resistance.
Persuasion 11.
No, he's still very much drifting. Either side is, but you know, all those good ones.
Yeah.
Elspeth. So once again, you can see that unconscious form of Idrach on the ground, and Azzoth just clawing at his head.
Emma, I need that die.
She rolled you an 8, I heard.
I definitely need that one. Sorry. Oh, is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I was fighting with Emma. Okay, sorry? My book, yeah, I know. So, does anyone need healing?
Idrach is unconscious again.
Again? What the heck?
And Azzoth is just looks like some blood or brain fluid is leaking out of his ears.
Oh. His brain's being melted.
His brain being melted, yeah. That's a good one for that. That's his eyes. Sure, he's now also leaking fluid out of his eyes.
Can I attack inflict wounds on the guy in front of me?
Hell yeah, you can. Roll it.
Okay. So 11.
This one is already looking pretty rough. No worries.
Maybe, yeah, sorry, 18. That was 18. Sorry, I forgot that.
Yep.
3d10. 3d10. Are you serious?
Oh, the lowest
Are
of
you
the
fucking
low.
serious?
That's fine because you reach out and just wrap your large hand around this smaller human's forehead, and just a pulse of just black magic tears up your arm and down into this person's skull, and you see their skin just wither and turn grey, and just seems to suck the very life and soul out of them as their head just cracks beneath your hand, and your hand just comes away with dust as their whole scalp and hair is just turned to powder in your grip, and she just drops down dead on the ground.
I need to use this one more often. Okay.
You're on minimum damage. But it's nasty spell.
That's a pretty shit roll though. Okay. Can I please move my book towards the flying guy?
Yep. He is still. Oh, yeah, he's close enough to ground. Yep. I'll say you can get up in range.
Could my book get up in range? And
Yep.
Okay.
He's come quite a long way down. So, yeah.
Okay. So rolling a natural 20.
Nice. Give me some damage.
What do I? My damage. 1d8. Where's my d8? Yeah, no, I need to find my 1d8.
2d8 because it's a crit.
Okay, so I got an 8 on one roll and a 1 on a second roll.
Oh, you should have
plus
just
my
Alright,
doubled
so-
the
spell
8.
casting modifier, which was
Your wisdom's
4.
plus 4. So what's that
What's that?
total of?
9 plus 4. What's 9 plus 4? 13.
He made his save again though. So he's still got concentration, but minus 13 hit points.
Okay.
As the jagged teeth book just latches onto him and starts to drag him out of the sky. And he's kicking his leg.
Yeah, okay, that's my done.
No worries. Closing in, are ya? That's nice.
Well, if Dan's still unconscious, you know.
Did you want to move his hit bar, Bryce, to 0?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
He knows. Alright, where are we up to? That was Elspeth's turn?
Yep.
Dragon's turn. He's going to try to take an attack at you, Azzoth. The Dragonborn. Not a cultist. And he just clanks off the back of your armor. Just
Riposty.
not him doing a thing. Do it.
Actually, no, I'm not going to riposty. I've only got one left.
No worries. Right, he's done. I believe all those guys are dead, so I don't need to worry about them anymore. Idrach, give me a death save.
Failed.
Alright, one fail. All those other than Alejandro are dead, and he's just. But he's given me some meaning in my life. I can't go back to that fishing town.
You can make your own meaning.
Over to Esme's turn.
He's dead. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'm fed up of this. I'm going to cast what's my call it? Scorching Ray again at is it Michael? Michael, his name is. All 3 at him because I'm getting fed up with all of this nonsense.
Hell yeah, go for it.
You got
3 dice.
three points.
Plus 8.
It's so hard controlling a spellcaster enemy.
15.
What was that, sorry?
Oh, it's a 9. 17.
17 will hit.
A 20.
That'll hit.
And 24.
Oh boy, yep, that's 3 hits. Very nice.
66.
66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So just do each one at a time because I'll need to make 3 different concentration checks for me, please.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so just two dice at a time if you can.
Yep. No. 6.
Actually, it doesn't matter because each of them. Yeah, the DC will be 10. That's right. So, yep, 6 on the first one. Was that?
6 on the first one.
Yep.
6 on the second one.
Yep.
And 6 on the third one.
Consistency. I like it. Let's see if he can make his concentration checks as he's bombarded. 2 of them he passed, and last one. Ooh, that's gonna be close. No, he just passed it. Just got a 10. He rolled an 8 on that last one. Still got concentration.
Didn't do anything.
But you can see his robes are now just aflame. And he's just hovering in the air with his arms outstretched, just power crackling around him. His robes are starting to catch fire from these continual flame blasts.
It's more, was he able to maintain his flying spell? So I passed out, which is why I crashed into the floor.
No worries. That you done, Esme?
That's me done. Thanks.
No worries. Azzoth, back over to you.
Okay.
So
I'll have a
Michael is about, what did I say? About 15 feet. No, about 10 feet up in the air.
Yeah, they're just out of my range. I'll have a hack at.
You're pretty tall. I'd say if you want to try to jump and make an attack, you can, but you'll only get to make 1 attack this this turn. Or you can do whatever you want to do. Or javelins, or whatever the hell you want.
This dude, the
No worries.
dragon.
No worries. He's
It
a little bit, so he's bleeding already. Yep.
And then I got
That'll
minus
hit.
6, don't I? 15.
Yep, still hits.
Okay, I'm going to do menacing attack on that. So do a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or be frightened.
DC 15 was that?
Yep.
He is frightened. Give me some damage.
So 9 damage.
9 damage as you see the look of fear come over his eyes as you plant the axe right between those said eyes, and he falls unconscious on the ground, bleeding out of just a massive hemorrhaging head wound.
And I'll turf my. Can I just quickly throw a. What do you call it? Hand axe? At the flying dude?
Sure. Yep, so dropping your great axe, drawing hand axe and lobbing it.
Oh, I wouldn't drop it. I'll hold it in my left hand and throw the axe.
Drop it with one hand. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
But I think I have to do it at
Minus-
disadvantage.
Disadvantage, isn't it? Because you love your axe so much.
Yep.
That plus minus 6. So it's
What's
a
that, a
10.
10?
Does a 10 hit?
Axe goes wide as you feel like, oh yes, I'm gonna get this, and you just feel the weight of your axe get heavier in your other hand, and you just look down that last second as you release your hand, and you be like, oh, I'm sorry, and yeah, axe goes wide, and you hear it just clatter off somewhere behind that tent, that large tent. Good call on that one. I would have forgotten that disadvantage with the axe. That's honesty. I like it. Cool. Over to Michael's turn again. For his action.
But if I stood under him, could I get him if he moves away?
Yeah, you're tall enough and the axe is long enough that if you will say you're standing underneath him, don't worry about putting your token there because it'll be confusing. Just stay just below him, because otherwise I won't be able to select him and I'll just take your hit points away if you hit him. Sorry, it's always a hard choice when I'm controlling spellcasters what spells I want to use.
Fireball.
What? Fireball? Okay, synaptic static again. Azzoth, Elspeth, give me a intelligence saving throw.
That'll hit me as well, won't it, Bryce?
Yep, so you'll take one more death save.
Actually, before I do that, this is my intelligence save from the end of my last turn, which I got a 12.
I got a 12.
Yep, so you're still suffering. Elspeth fails. All right, give me an intelligence save for this attack. Is that yours? So that's 6?
Yep.
No worries, so both you guys fail. So Idrach, you take 1 death save. How much damage was I rolling for this? 8d6s.
Oh, shit.
So does he take...
32.
I'm dead.
You're unconscious. Azzoth, you're unconscious.
Relentless endurance.
No worries, you pop back up to 1 hit point.
Doesn't quite kill me outright.
Oh shit.
Not quite.
I too have relentless endurance.
As Geode, you do not. You just hear these screams of pain that you recognise from 2 of your friends from outside of the tent. And those screams are cut short.
I have made some mistakes. I should not have gotten so close.
Someone's made some mistakes, that's for sure. TPK. It's his turn. Geode, your turn as you hear the cries from your friends cut short.
Geode's very torn, so he's just going to be like, Alejandro, just stay. I will look after this. Just don't go anywhere, please. And I'll pop out of the tent to see what has happened.
You can see in the darkness that you can see through the hovering form of Michael, just with that magical flames crackling around him in darkness, and then 3 unconscious forms of your friends surrounded by a whole bunch of chopped up, robed beings.
I'm also berserk.
No, so I believe that was only kicks in if they're close to you or it's a melee attack.
Oh, I wrote it down in my thing.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought it was just if he took damage.
Hey, the courage extends its closer main curves. A hostile creature damage you while acting your that.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's
no.
just-
Yep.
If an enemy attacks me, damages me, I'm berserk.
Yeah, I was thinking if it was they were within range of you, but so you're
Oh,
raging,
we
are you?
could change it. We could change that.
I thought it was just if you took damage, like I'll stop my toe, rah, kill everyone.
10,
No, it's
Yeah.
by a hostile creature.
15,
Yeah, by a hostile creature. So
20,
yeah, if you get hit by an
25,
ally, it doesn't affect you, but if it's hostile.
30.
That being said, if an ally hits you, are they hostile?
Yes, there's no such thing as friendly fire.
Okay, so after he's done that, he's going to. Oh, so he's going to be just out of range. He can't even make a medicine check or anything. Because that would have been 5
So
movement to
you're
get out of the
You're in
10.
the tent there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, you can get up next to Elspeth.
I can? Okay. With that, can I do bonus action summon my Echo? First, I'm gonna summon him next to me, so hopefully he'll be a distraction. And then
No
I'm
worries.
gonna medicine check, because I don't have any potions.
Oh, I've got.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find where my medicine is. Oh, thank God, 19.
No worries. So you, initially you're checking over Elspeth and you can't see anything that's wrong with her, but then you notice a whole bunch of like clear fluid leaking out of her ears and blood just leaking from her nose. But you
I plug him with my
put her into
fingers.
the cover and realise that she was starting to choke on her own tongue. So you rip that out of her mouth and she's still breathing. Looks like she's
Wait,
just
who's
unconscious.
doing this?
Geode's
Geode.
helping me.
Oh, okay.
So you're no longer dying. You're stabilised at 0 hit points.
At 0 hit points.
Yep.
What
'Cause
can I do
I
with
don't
that?
have-
Well, you don't need to make death saves. You're not going to die.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're still unconscious. All right. Da-da-da-da-da.
I can't unconsciousness myself, can I?
Anything else, Geode? Nope.
No, he's done the bonus actions and all that kind of stuff.
Elspeth, your turn, but you don't need to make saves, so you're fine.
Okay.
Dragon is dead. Idrach, death save, please. I believe you're on 2,
I rolled
2, aren't you?
6, I'm dead.
Oh, fuck! Oh, shit!
Geode, as you're patching over Elspeth, looking around madly, you see the unconscious form of Idrach laying on the ground with that same fluid leaking out of his ears. And you see his breathes in, breathes out again, and you're just waiting and you don't see his chest rise again as his body just goes still.
Yeah, I can't
What's
even
technical
help with
trauma?
that. I've got Strength of the Grave for me. Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I don't think there's anything you
Nope.
can do about him, sorry.
Nah.
Alejandro is just gonna stick his head back out and being like, please, no, this is what unnecessary, no. Just looking at all the bloodshed as just sticks his head back out and there's just bodies everywhere. Esme, over to your turn.
Can I reach Elspeth?
5, 10, 15, 20... 5. Yeah, you can get up next to her.
I think
Okay,
right.
can I
think she's
run
up.
up to Elspeth and give her this potion?
Ooh.
Yep, no worries. So with the action, pour the potion into her mouth.
Yeah.
She'll get up to here, won't it? Right next to Geode. That's still within 5. Yeah.
Yeah, still within 5 feet.
You'll have to move, maybe. Move him.
So 2d4 plus 2 for the potion of healing, please.
What's that? 2d4 plus. Oh,
2d4 plus 2.
Five.
No worries. You come back to consciousness with 5 hit points.
Yay! Thank you.
Esme leaning over you, holding your head and pouring the liquid into your mouth, and you splutter the last drops up as some of your that aching pain in your head subsides. And you look up as you see the flaming, darkness-wreathed form of Michael hovering over everybody.
5. Yay. Oh, that was
That is me.
20.
Bonus action, probably not much you can do.
Bryce, for the viewers, if Idrach is dead, do you want to cross him out? Like, for now?
I'll put it across the room.
Yeah.
Shield myself.
That's something you can do if he attacks you. So that's a reaction.
Oh, okay. But I can.
Yeah, I don't think you've got a bonus action.
No, I don't have any bonus actions. That's me.
No worries. Azzoth, over to your turn. What would you like to do?
So since I'm underneath Michael, instead of a shove attack, can I do like a grab attack and just throw him to the ground?
Yeah, you can
grab his legs.
Use one of your attacks for a grapple.
A grapple, yeah, and just sort of try to get him down the ground.
Are you like on 1 hit point?
Yep.
Nice.
He's an orc, they're hard to put down.
No, I was just like... It's cool.
So that's plus
he's gonna-
7.
Yep. Minus a d6 though.
Oh, yeah. And then...
So 10 is the score you need to beat.
Oh, please be a 1.
He didn't roll well. You got a 10.
God.
And you feel that you managed to get your hand wrapped around him. The last second he just kicks you free as just this wave of confusion, and you're like, wait, what am I doing? And your hand slips free as he kicks it, still just hovering above you. So that was one of your attacks.
Yeah. I'm just going to try it again to get the floating faggot down on the ground. Here we go. This is what I want.
No worries, he'll make
20.
his... So 20. What's he going to get? He got a 12. So he is now grappled by you, and you can pull him down to the ground.
Can I slam him down on this side?
Yeah.
Since I'm technically... yeah. Okay.
He's slamming him as in
I'm
grabbing him.
I'm grabbing his legs, like he's floating there, and I've just grabbed his legs and I'm just throwing him straight on the ground.
So you're doing a Hulk thing.
Doing a Hulk.
Yes.
I think he should take damage. No.
He's not taking damage from it because he levitated. If it was like just on a ledge or something, you drag him down, he'd take damage, but you're having to pull him down and it feels like he's holding onto a rope, and you actually have to pull him in.
The legs of the
And
flying
is he still
guy?
grappled, so his movement is 0?
He's grappled.
Don't
He
put
can't
him
get
up.
away from you. He'll have to use his action to get away from you.
Okay, that's my turn.
No worries. That doesn't kick in because you... 1 second.
Don't pull that.
You attack. Okay, yep, cool. That works.
No,
So
that's
let's
that.
move
No.
his darkness a little bit. He's over there now. Michael's turn, and he'll just, whilst you're holding onto him, onto his burning robes, he'll be like, "This was entirely unnecessary. I suggest you just don't." And just brings up his hand in front of you. You see the energy crackle around his hand, and he's going to launch 3 blasts back at your face, point blank range, which is disadvantage though. Sorry, what's his? So that's a 19.
Yeah, that is.
That's a miss. Actually, wait. What did I roll? I'm going to roll again. Sorry, because I don't know if I did take the lowest one of those. The second 2 miss. Sorry, let me roll that first one again because I feel I took the higher one, not the lower one. No. Okay. No, all 3 miss.
Oh, sweet.
So you just see this power building up in his hand as you're holding onto him to point blank, and he just unleashes these blasts of power. But you duck down at the last second, and they just tear through the tent behind you. Yeah. So you're still up. But he's just like, I suggest that you just don't. There's been enough bloodshed today. This is not the right way to escape this reality. And Geode, over to your turn.
Alright, well, Geode's furious at seeing all this senseless killing again. And he's just gonna grab his longsword and
add to it.
No! He wants to do the booming blade for like an effect and just go, stop! This is senseless. We just came here to speak to my friend Alejandro's. What the fuck are you guys all doing?
killed Idris.
And as your sword booms out, you can see all these huddled forms of the other robed figures peeking out from in behind and in amongst tents.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Moustache dance.
Luna_stream manager is now following.
Thank you very much for the follow. In memory of Idrach. Yeah, sorry, carry on. So you just demanded that everyone stops, and you can see all the huddled faces.
Pretty
of the
much
robed
stop
figures
this
in amongst the tents.
senselessness. It's just we didn't come here to kill anyone.
No worries.
Oh,
So
that's
before you
right. You
go to your
said
turn-
these guys were peeking out of the tent. That's
Yep.
pretty much when. Yeah. So I don't know what you want me to roll or if anything and whatnot. And...
you can roll a persuasion check if you like, but if you're also yelling this out to your friends as well.
Yeah, I'm yelling it to everyone. So roll the persuasion. Oh,
Wait, Azzoth, did you make your wisdom saving throw at the end of your
Yeah,
turn?
I
that's
think
what that
that's-
20 was.
yeah.
So.
Okay, so you're not raging?
Not raging. Oh, and my intelligence too. About that.
Cool. So you're still brain fluid leaking out of your ears.
okay. So I'm rolling.
Yep, give me a persuasion check.
16.
No worries. And Michael looks over towards you and just nods his head slightly. But you can still see that power just crackling around his arms. Elspeth.
He's got his crackling
You're up.
arm power, and I got my crackling sword power. Just...
Sorry? What?
Elspeth's turn.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Grant's just shouting at me something. Hold on a second. Oh, he's being strategic and asking me to kill
I'm
Michael.
screaming, kill Michael. It's not very strategic.
Well, Geode is
I was trying
calling
to
out
make
for you
it sound like
to try and
strategic.
kill him.
I'm literally,
Okay,
I am
fine.
the lady on the list. Stop fight! Stop!
Stop fight.
Okay, well, I will. Would it be bad if I did like Scorching Ray? Because I've got so many people around.
It's a you do you.
You do you. Scorching Ray is like 3 beams of fire as well. It's not an area effect. You can hit him
Yeah.
without hitting anyone else.
Oh, is that alright? Okay, I will do Scorch. What level is that? That's a level 2, isn't it? I will do Scorching Ray. Where's my book gone? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Scorching Ray. What do I need to roll? Oh, yeah.
So
I'll do it.
a ranged spell attack.
I really want to let off that booming blade now, just because.
18. Hold on, let me just get all the hits then. 18 for the first hit.
Oh no, you cast them all at the same time.
Can I cast them all at
But
the
as
same
that
time?
first blast of fire hits you, one of those shadow, like flame-like shadows, flicks out and slams into you for 14 points of damage.
Are
I'm
you
dead again.
unconscious
You're
again?
knocked back unconscious into the ground.
Oh, man.
But how much damage do you do to him?
Oh, on that first hit, hold on, 2d6. He will take, please be a good roll. 3. Plus,
So it takes
you'll
3.
take one for this.
All your blasts come at the same time, so you can do your other 2 attacks.
Okay, so
but you
9
then
plus, so 16, and another
that'll hit.
18.
Yep, that'll hit. So give me another
Another 2d6.
point of damage, and he'll do his con save. Makes the first one. Makes the second one, and 20 makes the third one. He's rolling good on his con saves.
So I'm unconscious now. I can't get my book to do an action.
No. But how much damage do you do to him on those last 2 blasts?
So on the screen, 11 and 6.
6. No worries, another 17 points. Still up, but he is nearly engulfed by flames after it's just repeated bursts of flame pouring over him.
Yay.
Alejandro is just gonna come running into the darkness, trying to wave his arms around, trying to feel what's going on. He's like, please, Michael, no, they're friends. Please stop.
One of them's friends.
Esme.
Going to just cast second levels Scorching Ray at Michael. So look, you killed my friend. I'm not going to. Joining Esme. I think so. I'm just checking it's the same. It is the same. Yep, all three are going to go at him.
No worries. Roll away. There's quite a few people in between your way. If you move up here, you'll be able to get a straight line.
I can target my sculpt my spells anyway, can't I?
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're an expert. But more so trying to get a clean line of attack would be hard because you're going through Geode and Geode's Echo and Alejandro. But if you just move up there, you can get a clean enough shot.
Yeah.
And yeah, you are an expert at sculpting spells. So give me your 3 attack rolls.
Okay, first one 16.
Yep, that'll hit.
Second one 19.
That'll hit.
Second one, third one 27.
Nice, 3 hits. All right, roll me all of your dice. He's going to make his concentration checks. First one passed, second one passed, third one passed with a 10. Just made it.
Okay, first one 4 damage.
No worries. 4. God, so much fire. Yep.
8.
Was that 8?
8.
He's looking real rough.
Third one 7.
He's still up. Azzoth, over to your turn.
Okay, so I let go of him. He's
Okay.
prone from me throwing him on the ground.
He's not prone, he was just grappled.
Oh, okay.
You managed to drag him down, but he's not prone.
Oh, that's right. I'll just take a swing at him. 15 plus still
Minus.
thingy, so okay, next one.
9.
28.
That'd hit.
High number. 7 damage.
No worries. So as you slam your axe into him, one of those shadow-like flames reaches out from his back, whips over top of his head and slams into the top of you.
Yep.
And you take 14 points of damage.
I'm down.
You're down. And he also just collapses, bleeding from a hacked open neck. There's blood pooling on the ground around him. You're unconscious, so we'll stay in order. Alright, so Michael has to make a death save. Because he's a big boss, I'm giving him death saves. Succeeds 1. Geode, what are you doing? See, Azzoth
Geode is very frustrated that
Elspeth.
no one listens to him.
I believe Elspeth is still unconscious as well.
Yeah, both of them are unconscious and bleeding out.
Do I do a death save?
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't need to do a death save yet.
Okay.
Just on your turn. At the start of your turn.
Oh, Geode's so hard. He kind of really just wants to leave it and go, you guys got you fucked up. He's gonna go up over here, seeing that Esme's with Elspeth, and try and stabilize Grant with a freaking smack to the face. Big wallop. Just a medicine?
Yep, he's
8.
not successful. You're trying to check him out to figure out what's wrong with him. He's leaking that clear fluid out of his ears, and it looks like a frostbite almost. It's just this necrotic burn where the tentacle of shadow lashed over his head.
Sorry, Geode's not good at medicine.
Whereas Alejandro is gonna. I'd say no.
Yeah, it'll make fail. Makes sense.
I'd say it fades away because Michael's out. He's still conscious. He's still alive. He's just unconscious. Oh, yeah, also,
His
as he falls
concentration,
unconscious,
yeah.
the darkness around him fades, and you guys are back in bright or dim daylight from the
And
the overcast sky.
Geode can't bonus get. Nah, it's okay. It's only bonus action to.
Alejandro is going to try a medicine check to stabilize Michael. 11. So Michael is unconscious at 0 hit points. So he's failed that, and he is no longer levitating. Cool. Esme.
Just firebolt him in the head.
Yeah, I concur.
You're unconscious.
And you're dead.
And you're dead.
We are all
I am
unconscious.
in the head. So Elspeth is currently bleeding out on the ground.
Am I? So I need
Azzoth,
to
I believe,
saving
is
throw.
also bleeding out on the ground. No, it's Esme's turn.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
He's
Choice
stable.
between murder and stabilize.
You can kill him. We stabilize.
I'll be okay.
Use medicine to try.
You'll be okay, will you?
Right?
Well, if we
You'll be
get
okay,
Elspeth
won't you?
up again, she can stabilize everyone else. Hopefully, that's
My
my
character's
point.
suicidal
Baba.
anyway, so.
What are you
What?
kill him?
Should we just
You can stabilize her with medicine. Or you can.
So yeah, just a normal medicine check. DC is 10 to try to stabilize her.
Yeah.
So anything but a 1. Yeah.
Are you watching Wiggle?
What you doing, Esme?
Oh, what? Okay.
Doing a medicine check on Elspeth, and I got a 15.
No worries. So she is now stabilized at 0 hit points. Still unconscious, but you're no longer bleeding out, no longer risk of death. So you still got movement?
No, I'm staying here, thanks.
No worries. Azzoth, give me a death save.
Oh,
It's a 2.
No worries, that's a failure. What do you want now at the moment? That was your first one, wasn't it?
First one, yep.
No worries. Michael is stabilized. Geode.
I'm gonna try and stabilize Azzoth still. Yeah, 7. Nope, he's not good at medicine. He's got nothing to add. Yeah, that was a 7.
No worries. Alejandro is gonna straddle over the top of Michael's. Let me just move that in there. Michael's unconscious body, and he's going to try to stabilize Azzoth as well. What is it? Wisdom, medicine. Yep.
I'm gonna give a nod.
That's a 12. Azzoth, you are stabilized.
I'm gonna
as
give a
he,
nod of
finished it.
appreciation to.
And I guess we're out of initiative. So, Idrach, as you fall in battle, just beaten and open your eyes again, and beaten and open your eyes again, beaten down, and then you open your eyes again, and suddenly all those corpses that are surrounding you are standing again, but they're just slightly spectral, and you can see through them, and their feet are planted in their bloody bodies on the ground. And you look down at your own feet, and you're standing in the beaten and destroyed, shattered corpse that was your previous body. And looking around, you can just see numerous ghosts just staring down at Michael's unconscious form, and then just looking at their hands, just.
I say to them, I told you he lied. I tried to help.
Why have you done this to us? Freedom was coming. Now, can we do?
Now you are damned eternally.
Oh, I guess another purgatory awaits us. One life to the next, as Michael says. One life to the
Oh,
next.
I blow him up with my spectral power.
No worries. As you try to unleash your power through, just nothing happens. It seems to fizzle, and the ghosts just look at you and look at each other, and they just start wandering slowly off to the four corners, just slowly disappearing off through the camp, fading through the tents, and you're left standing there.
I'm unable to enter the ring of mind shielding, aren't I?
Correct. Because someone already occupies it.
I shall disappear off into to explore the world.
No worries. With that, you disappear off. Which direction are you going to head? Your ghost is going to wander.
Left.
Heading off to the west? No worries. Note that down. Because, as you have surmised, spirits can't necessarily leave this plane of existence anymore. At least not in the traditional way.
I'll return to my mother's palace.
No worries, so you're going to head back, what's that, southwest down towards Nova Breeze?
Yeah, plan.
No worries. I'll message you later about what you see when your ghost eventually arrives down there.
You try to find Paul. Was Paul the one that died?
Ariana.
Ariana.
He's forgotten about it already.
Actually, if you're heading down southwest, you would come across the caravan and your oxen tied up in the house. You can see Paul is in there stroking the donkey's head, trying to take care of it. And then you just see the spectral form of Ariana just standing behind Paul, just weeping. And she looks up as you approach. She's like, Idrach, can you hear me now? No. As she realizes that she can see straight through you as well. She comes rushing up to you and grabs hold of your hands, and they actually meet, and you can touch.
I shall take her with me.
No worries. So the
It's
two of
time
you
for us to go.
hand in hand wander into the sunset, making your way back towards your old home. What would everyone else like to do? The two of you that are unconscious, two of you that are conscious.
He wakes up first, me or Michael?
I'm gonna get in the.
If there's no
I'm
healing,
pulling.
it's a
No.
short rest. So
I am pulling Azzoth away from Michael so he does not take another freaking shot. He is a cult leader. We have established this.
What cult? We killed half of them.
with that,
there's still-
as the battle seems to have subsided, the other members come in, including Esme, coming down from the north up through that gap. You see a female figure. She's young, long, straight brown hair, and this one here, I just put a colour on her so we can actually let me colour her blue so we know which one's which. And she comes running around the corner and looking at the blood and the wreckage, and sees you and Esme, and runs up and wraps you into a hug. And you recognise Eloise. Her name is. She was one of your acolyte friends back from your temple. Hello, it's me, Esme. Eloise, what happened here? What did you do this? Why? You there?
She's there.
Yeah, I'm here. Why?
Yeah, you recognise your friend. Just, what happened? Why? My friends, Michael. And tears just pouring down her face. These three robed figures are going to grab Michael and pull him back into his tent, unless you guys are gonna try to.
I'm
Stop
gonna
them.
assume that is it? I'm gonna call him Alice from now on. Alice has gone in with him.
Now Alejandro is just staring, just torn between going with you and going with Michael.
I'll just give him a head and go like, if you want to check on him, go on. It's
He darts into the tent after Michael as well.
yeah.
After all that, you're just going to let Alejandro walk away?
Dude, we fucked up his whole family essentially, so Geode has compassion.
He's killed.
He was just about to commit suicide.
Yeah, he was about to.
We don't know
assume.
this.
It's not a good family.
A lot of assumptions going around here.
Well, I'm unconscious anyway, so I'll shut up.
One of our party died and two are severely injured, and you were off in a tent chatting.
Because you shouldn't have attacked anyway, so he was like, this ain't my shit. He was
You're
out
not
to
the one
get
who said roll for
Alejandro's,
initiative.
and he got Alejandro's, and then you guys fucked up. Essentially, from Geode's point of view.
Alejandro comes back out from the tent, and he comes up to you, Geode, and just says, well, I think Michael's going to be okay, but there's so much bloodshed. Are there any survivors? And he starts just running around checking on all the rest of the corpses to see if there's any survivors left.
Geode will actually help him and see.
And Eloise is just hugging you, Esme, and just tears pouring down her face and just snots coming out of her nose. Just, why? I thought I'd gotten away from all the bloodshed. I was so happy here. What happened? Why?
I put away from her and I said, because people are being stupid and don't listen to each other. And I would like to cast a floating sphere and get her to help me pull Elspeth and Azzoth onto it so that I can carry them.
She'll give you a hand dragging the unconscious forms in. You guys, Geode and Alejandro, you check over the rest. One of the living ones is pretty badly wounded with one of Azzoth's axe wounds into his side, and you bandage him up, and the rest of them all go into the tent.
I mean, I'm going to call this as the med tent now, because it's the biggest one. So screw him being the boss, I'm just dragging all the bodies that need help in there.
How flammable is that tent?
Bugger off, you!
So some time goes by as you're checking over the corpses, and say that acts as a short rest. So Elspeth and Azzoth, you can use whatever hit dice you want to come back.
What are my hit dices? Sorry, I can't see my...
Yeah, I'll let you out soon, my bubba. You be patient.
Yes, well.
I get a D10, don't I, Bryce? Sorry, I can't see.
Just roll some hit dice for Michael. No worries.
Where are my thingies on here?
Right, you guys roll some hit dice.
Yep. After that's done, Geode's just going to come out and help, obviously, with our guys. He's trying to act as a peace treaty of, we fucked up, I'll help you guys first, and then come help us. Kind of thing.
No worries. So, as you guys come back to consciousness, you see Michael limp his way back out to the front of the tent. Looks like he's been bandaged up. Sees just his robe has been discarded. He's got a fresh one on. But you can see just burn marks all down the side of his face. Half of his hair is burnt off one side. He's just holding. You can see some fresh blood soaking through the bandages at his side from that last axe hit. Walks out and just looks around at all of you, just judging, seeing what's going on. And Alandra stands up and just interposes himself between all of you and Michael. A small grin just kind of comes up on the side of Michael's face. Oh, that was unnecessary, but it was very fun.
I wouldn't essentially call that fun.
Would you like round 2?
Yeah, no.
Are you going to get the fuck out of my camp?
I think so, yes.
It wasn't a mission or a quest. I was requested to come here and speak with Alejandro as a messenger for a mate of both of ours. Can I speak to him privately, please?
Of course, we're all free to come and go into this camp as we wish.
Mm-hmm.
You and yours have brought violence into this peaceful area of meditation and reflection. You can meditate and reflect all you like.
I'm just gonna
Alejandro.
sigh and just go, I meant none of this. I don't know what the others were thinking.
I'll address Alejandro and I'll say, you come with us, you go back home to your family, or you can watch me rip out Michael's spine.
Yes.
All right. Well, either persuasion check from Geode or intimidation check from Azzoth.
Can I just, bear in mind that they're both on the floating disc, can I just start walking them away now?
Yeah,
Before
so
they get us into
Azzoth has
trouble?
got his... Bye-bye, Azzoth.
Well, they've come back to consciousness now, and he's gotten up.
All right,
So they've gotten off my floating disc.
Yeah.
Well, in which case I've walked off and I've said I want nothing more to do.
I'll be like, Azzoth, back off. I've got this. He's a mate of mine. Just go help Elspeth. She was looking kind of rough.
Yes, no thanks to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to say.
I am done.
And I'm just going to give...
I'll walk back to the cart.
No worries. As you walk your way back out of the camp, from the wreckage and flame.
I'm literally like, Azzoth, back off.
Oh, you roll your persuasion first, and then if that fails.
No worries.
But I'm talking to Azzoth himself, telling him to back off.
And as Michael sees you starting to get threatening again, you can see that just crackling energy building up around Michael's arms again, and that grin, which was small, starts to grow. He just starts chuckling.
Well, my persuasion was a 2.
Did you roll at advantage?
Oh, at advantage. Oh, sorry. A 6. At advantage.
Alejandro is just like, I can't. I have to. I'm the only one that left. That we were ready for our journey. I have to stay and help Michael. I'm sorry, Geode. I have to stay here and help Michael after all this bloodshed. I have to stay. I'm sorry. And he backs his way. Yeah, give me an intimidation check.
Could I use my strength?
I'm gonna say no because you've just been horrifically beaten and knocked unconscious. So yeah, you're not feeling too strong right now.
6. Okay.
He's just like, please, you should all go. Just please leave. Michael's just like, well, you're all welcome to stay, but for either round 2 or we could just talk, and you can stay here as long as you wish.
I'll just turn to Michael and I'm
join
like,
us here.
I'm here just to speak with my friend. That is all.
I'm going to say with those last persuasion checks,
yeah,
Alejandro is sticking with Michael. You can still see he's conflicted, but after all this bloodshed and all of his friends being killed in front of him, he wants to stay and help put the camp back into order and help out the wounded who remain
Alright.
here.
In slight defeat, Geode's gonna sigh and then just go to Alejandro and just go, at least write a letter to Jack. Tell him you're okay. He's worried.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I'll send a message to Jack. I mean, he's not far away. I guess I can deliver it and come back after I take care of everyone here.
Okay.
I assume, and he looks over at Michael, I assume our journey isn't going to happen tonight. Michael lays a hand on his shoulder. It's like, no, I'm afraid not, Alejandro. I think we need to recover before you can go on your journey. We'll have to delay. I'm sorry.
Can I turn to Michael and just, out of curiosity, what's this journey that you keep on bringing up?
Oh, once the remains have atoned and built up enough willpower and strength of spirit, and they believe they can leave this place, this grand illusion behind. We journey south to where I found the gate to Utopia, and they can finally depart this world, this illusion, this purgatory, and they can leave for their good life.
South, you said. Do you have any proof of this gate of yours and what it bestows afterwards that you keep preaching?
The proof comes through meditation, but if you like, if you allow me into your mind, I can show you a hint of what is truly around you now and what could become. Some of the things that I've seen.
Okay,
if you allow me. And he holds out his hand to you.
Geode's not happy with that, but taking another stock around him and seeing the mess that the rest of his guys have done, he's just going to be like, okay, I would like to see, out of good faith.
Okay. Of course, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Just let your will expand, and you feel him press his hands onto either side of your face. Do you go along with it?
He's reluctantly going along with it. Takes a deep breath.
Deep breath. He goes, you feel the pressure build as he's squeezing his hands on either side. You feel just a shock of magic burst through your mind. He goes, open your eyes. See what I can show you.
So physically open the eyes?
Yep, and you open your eyes up, and looking around, you can for a second you can still see the tent, the camp, and the bloodshed. But then you can see something beyond, and it's a city bustling with people walking around and children running through the streets, and you can hear just faint laughter. And you can see, someone opens up a second story window and puts some freshly baked food, some pies out onto it, and you can just smell the fresh baked pies. The smell wafts over you in a slight wind.
I'm gonna whisper, is this an illusion?
This is the truth. Purgatory, the grand illusion, is the falseness. This is the truth that lays beyond the veil, and it's where I can take you to. And you feel on the sides of your head, it just feels like knives digging into the side of your mind. As you take 4 points of damage, it just feels like some sort of spears are stabbing into the side of your head. As you're looking around, there's just seemingly a crown of thorns growing around your head.
Okay, can I try and break away?
Shivers, and he's like, I have to drop it. And he drops, and you flick your eyes around, and that bustling city with laughing people and shop sellers walking around just fades into the background, and then the ghostly vision of the world around you seems to superimpose itself over the top. And after a second, look around, you're just once again surrounded by that just empty, bleak, blood-soaked campsite.
Alright, shaking himself out of it. He's gonna deep look into Michael's eye and is like, I'm still not 100%. I can't think of the right words that I want to say for this. I'm not a believer.
I understand it. It's a lot, but just know that you are always welcome here.
You say you traveled to this gate for your ascension, essentially?
Yes, when we were prepared and the remains have proven their worth, and they are ready for the arduous journey we set off. We were going to set off this evening, but unfortunate events.
I'm sorry. Do you allow people to watch your ceremony? Especially if my mate is a chosen one, I would like to see him off.
I'm sorry, but the ceremony will have to be postponed. We need more of us before we can make the journey.
Can you send a
feel
hawk?
It will be a few more weeks.
A messenger hawk when it happens? Because I am very curious to see.
I'll leave it up to Alejandro, but if you would like to come back as we're preparing to leave again, we'll probably be. He looks around at the few remaining survivors. Probably a month, and then we'll be ready to depart again. If you come back, you can witness this final ceremony as we depart from here on the grand journey to Utopia.
Geode's just going to give him a solid nod, then look to Alejandro's. Write that letter.
I'll write it. I'll deliver it.
Good.
I'll go see Jack.
Good.
Maybe I can convince him to come join us here. Although I don't think that he'll approve of these dreary robes. It's a little bit more fabulous than that, I guess.
Geode's gonna do a little scoffing laugh and a bit of a smirk at that, and he's like, "Yeah, you got that."
You share your laugh, and he helps Michael limp his way back into the tent.
Cool. All right. See you later. He's gonna leave that open.
No worries.
And then
just walks away.
he's going to get on his horse and just frickin' ride.
No worries. So you guys leaving the camp back out to your caravan?
I'll take Idrach as well. Take his body.
No worries. Take his body. Alright, so you guys make your way back out to the ruined farmstead just outside of the camp. What are you doing with Idrach's body?
I'll take
as you get close, Magnus sees the dead body slumped in your arms and... Oh, no, Idrach! No, is he... Runs up and you can see him, he's trying to revive him and trying to see what's wrong with him.
Geode's gonna scoff
staunch the wounds
and pretty much say he got what he deserved. And then sort of go off to his own business of setting up either the camp or getting the carts ready to move off again, kind of thing. Geode's separating himself because he's not happy.
I'll go to Magnus. I'll give him my... Yeah.
And yeah, he'll be like, what do we do now? Master Idrach he was our guide. What do we do now?
You need to avenge him. And I'll give him my other hand axe, and I'll point to the camp there. I'll say he's in the big tent. He's injured. Go at nightfall and try to take him down. What's the other one called?
Marcus, I believe his name was.
Marcus. Attack at nightfall. Attack when they sleep.
Marco, sorry.
Marco.
Give me a persuasion check. with advantage because they're all pretty shook up.
Persuasion. That's not good. So this -2.
Oh.
And this
Dirty one.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
No worries. Magnus takes the hand axe. He's like, I guess Master Idrach has got us this far in life. He deserves better than murder by whoever is in there. We'll dispose of him. We'll strike at nightfall. Come on, you two. And they disappear off into the trees to the north. Paul, looking back at his donkey for a second, just raising his hand up. He's like, yarp. And last look over his shoulder, continues off into the trees just to the north of the camp. So what would you all like to do now?
Shining Legion?
Yeah.
Because the other quest was for Idrach.
Well, we bugged that one up.
No worries. All right, I'll drag you back onto the world map.
We should probably long rest somewhere. But
Oh yeah. What's the time?
At this stage, that it's getting pretty dark. The sun's still up, but it is definitely getting dim. But yeah, you probably have an hour's travel left if you want to at least move a bit farther away from the camp before you set up for the evening.
Yeah, sounds good.
So you guys can
Or do you just want to set up there?
Well, if you're planning on a certain few assassins are going to sneak into the camp in the
Geode
middle of the night.
didn't hear any of that, so he don't know. So it's.
No worries. Well, if you want, you can continue on just a little bit down the path.
Okay.
You can find a few more trees just off to the side, but it's getting pretty desolate. You're just empty grassland, pretty much as far as the eye can see over just gently rolling hills.
Oh yeah, Geode has the rough terrain thing on his features and trait. I forgot about that before.
What's that?
But yeah, that cold, just cloying rain is still just hanging around, and you're just all soaked through, pretty bloody and beaten. But you can settle into camp for the night, minus a couple of extra people. Well, minus a few people in the shelter, I guess. So, but I guess as you're settling down for the evening, did you keep Idrach's body?
I think so far we've still got it. So
No
we'll
worries.
better bury that.
Or would have his friends
Idrach,
taken it?
Lamb can tell you what he had on him as you guys are getting ready to bury him or burn him.
No, my companion's taken the body.
Yeah, I was going to say his
Yeah, okay, that
companions
makes
would
sense.
have probably, I don't know.
No, that would make
Yeah,
sense.
They're his worshippers.
Yeah, they would have taken the body.
And the donkey and goat.
You want the donkey and goat as well?
Paul
Well,
can
they
have
were
the
my
bloody
donkey and goat.
donkey.
They're doing a suicide run. Yeah, I don't think they're going to take a donkey.
Well, Paul
They're
can
not
have his
doing a
donkey.
suicide run.
I know, a natural 20 said otherwise.
Oh, fair enough. Well, they'll be taking my body to bury it anyway.
No worries, they take your body. Did you
Well,
guys
it's
want to get
successful.
anything off of his body before it was taken?
Did he have that? Oh, I don't know.
He did have a magic ring, the Ion Stone of Intellect, the Iron Bands of Bolaro,
What's the Iron Bands
the
of
Wand of
Bolaro?
Smiles.
What? Oh, the
I've
smile.
not told most of them about the magic stuff I've got, so they don't actually know
Yeah.
I've got it.
No, you know that he's got the magic ring,
Yeah, that's what I was.
and you guys saw him get the magic stone. You all were there. You don't know about the Iron Bands.
Esme, did you want something to...
Do we want to strip
get
the
that
body
ring?
before we give it to him, or do we just want to give it to his followers and let them deal with him? Geode would just be like, "You guys can have him." That's his attitude
fair.
at the moment.
Up to you guys. You guys do what you want.
Ellen's cast Tiny Hut, locking all of the others out.
Geode's nowhere near Idrach.
I want to hear Ellen tell me this, not Lamb tell me this.
So you went out.
I have cast Tiny Hut.
And locking everyone else out?
Geode's
No,
nowhere
not locking
near.
everybody else out. I am vowing vengeance.
Luna_directory is now following.
Interesting username. Follow your bot. Hello, bot, but thank you for following nonetheless. This sad time. Right. So, final choice before you settle down for the evening. Did you take anything off of Idrach's body before you handed it over to his followers?
What do you have?
Well, if you want to search his body, give me an investigation check. But you know about the stone in his hat and his ring.
What was the stone?
Oh, that's what the goblin thing
Boost
gave
his
him.
intellect.
Rolled a
Yeah.
19.
Rolled a 19. In that case, Lamb, what did you have on your body?
So I had an Iron Stone of Intellect in my hat, which is a raven skull with one red eye and one blue eye. I have the Iron Bands of Bolaro in a pocket of my coat. I had a ring on my finger, which you'd have sworn wasn't there this morning, but definitely is there now you check my body.
Because it was invisible, yep.
And there's the Wand of Smiles in my other pocket. Everything else is just mundane gear and probably not worth taking. And I have 57 gold pieces.
So, what are you guys taking? What are you guys leaving?
Take it all. Sorry, Idrach. We'll give the gold. If we give the gold pieces to sorry, what
Magnus?
Magnus?
to Paul.
To Paul? Jesus Christ, that's keen.
Well, whoever's left, I don't know what the followers are called. What are they called?
Magnus is Paul.
Magnus was the old man. Paul was the big old dum
We'll
dum.
give them to Magnus.
I'll give the ring to Magnus too, and I say, when you go into their camp, use this ring to go invisible, and then kill Michael in his sleep. Cut his throat.
Geode's nowhere near to hear this, so he's literally off doing his own thing because he's so peeved off.
Right, so you can add the Iron Stone of Intellect.
Who wants more intelligence? Was it?
Esme.
And the Band of Bolaro. The rest of them are gone with his followers. So there's links in the chat to see what all those things do. But I believe we should probably call that there for an evening.
Sweet. So we've set up
and I guess
camp.
I can work with Lamb offline to build a new character.
Alright, before we finish, so we've set up camp now at this new spot further up.
Yep, just an hour's drive down the road.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okie dokies. Alright, if we'll leave that there, I'll say goodbye to the stream. Thank you guys for the follows and for watching us. And stay tuned for next Sunday?
Next Sunday. Or Tuesday for Havoc Lost Minds.
Until then, bye-bye, ta-ta, and have a good one.
Remember, always grow a moustache.